Yo, what's up? Let's make a track like Cochise. Cochise is a Jamaican-American rapper hailing from Palm Bay, Florida, known for his catchy hit songs, his love for anime, and for having this genuine, cool, and funny personality.
I be listening to a lot of Beethoven to turn me up.
Growing up, music was not at the forefront of Cochise's life. He did listen to a lot of dancehall and reggae, and played drums in his local church choir, but he spent most of his adolescence playing soccer, and he was pretty nasty. He started taking more of an interest in music after listening to Tyler the Creator and the Odd Future Collective right around the Bastard era, and you can really see the influence that made on a lot of his older songs and projects.
Getting mad cause I'm doing me, the little piggy's mad fuck cause I don't really do the weed. Maybe if I close my gap I get a nice bitch, but
he made his first song ever while he was home alone on his birthday, and recorded it on a PlayStation mic. His cousin said the song he made was hard, so he just kept it up after that. He started to release music on SoundCloud as Young Cochise, and later shortening it to Cochise. The name comes from the 1979 movie The Warriors, naming himself after one of the members of the gang. Over the years, he's been dropping music independently, making songs with his producer Lucio, editing some of his music videos, and even working with artists like D-Bangs and the Higher Brothers. In 2020, Cochise signed with Columbia Records and released his debut album Benbow Crescent the following year. And with his incredibly fun music, his co-sign with Lyrical Lemonade, and TikTok really showing love to his songs, everything's looking pretty good for the guy. And I'm really excited to see where his career will go in the future. To understand the way of the Cochise, we gotta understand the instruments used in a Cochise type beat. His melodies are usually very spacey and wavy, utilizing a lot of sliding synths and ARPS. All of the sounds have this constant movement to it that adds to that otherworldly and futuristic sound. They sound pretty crazy and complex, but they can be made with very simple synths. For my track, I'm using a super saw made in mini synth, and I'm playing 2 7th chords. And in the Functions tab, I went to the Polyphony function, enabled Portamento, and changed the slide so that the notes slide into each other. I also used an EQ to cut some lows and a stereo shaper to widen the sound. And if you want to widen your knowledge of the piano, you should use Melodics. Yeah! This video is sponsored by Melodics. Melodics is a desktop app that teaches you how to play the piano. All you need is a MIDI keyboard. Melodics covers everything from the basics of piano like finger placement and chords to even some of the more complex technical exercises. And everything's organized in different courses so that you can improve exactly where you want to. Melodics keeps track of your accuracy and timing while you play and gives feedback on what you need to work on. It makes learning the piano pretty fun and intuitive. The courses are also designed with different genres in mind, ranging from jazz, hip-hop, future bass, and everything in between. And all the knowledge you gain from Melodics can be used outside of the app, like working on your own music, jamming out in a studio session, and even performing live. If you want the app, there's a link in the description. It is free to download. After making the first synth, I added this ARPS synth using the format preset in SYNTHS. I also used some plugins to widen it like Crystallizer, Reverb, and Stereo Shaper. And the last melody I used was this little flute sound from SYNTHS. It's really simple and it's really quiet, it's just playing in the background. I'm using it just as some little ear candy. I'm using some pretty simple trap drums for this. It's just one hi-hat pattern, a clap, a perk, and this open hi-hat. The only thing with a bit of variation in it is the kick. I made these 2 patterns and alternate between the 2 throughout the song. I'm also using a 3rd kick pattern to do that 4-beat thing like in a song Tell 'Em. The 808s are pretty simple. I'm alternating between 2 patterns I made. And to top it all off, I'm using a couple of sound effects, like this laser sound that Cochise uses in a few of his songs, this nice riser effect, and you can't forget the jutsu sound. Here's the beat. Cochise raps with a very fun and energetic style, using fast triplet flows as well as some choppy melodic flows. His raps typically use a lot of similes referencing things like soccer, early 2000s rappers, and of course, anime. Another thing he does in his songs is he'll just use a single word or phrase and just repeat it a bunch of times and make that his hook.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I just thought about the first word that came to my mind in pull-ups. I don't even hit the gym.
To be honest, I really like that. Even when I'm making my own songs, I feel like I use just way too many words for certain parts, and sometimes having a simple hook really works. Take it easy, have fun, and live in the moment. And of course, Cochise's style wouldn't be complete without that CARTI style baby voice, and I'm gonna be real, I just couldn't do it. I tried, I did multiple takes. Every time I've tried to do it, it just didn't sound correct, you know what I mean? I did one take, I sounded like Nav. I did another take, I sounded like Killy. So in the end, I just kind of did me. I tried my best. One thing I think Cochise has mastered as an artist is him being true to himself. Outside of all of the comparisons, he was able to put his own unique take on a popular genre. Even if your style isn't cutting edge, just making things from your perspective is more than enough to be creative. I also really admire his work ethic. Over the years, you can really see how much this man has put into his craft. Those 10,000 hours of finding his style, creating his own unique lane in the industry, and constantly releasing music. I think a lot of creatives can relate to holding on to their art, but just remember, you have to put it out for the universe to hear. You never know where that one song can take you, and don't let it sit on your hard drive.
Run up a check, I'm with the gang, run with the set, see ya, I get them pop, give me the 10, I go psycho, I'm that mob, 100%, told me pull up, tell the boy bet, tell the boy bet, tell the boy bet, what you need, what you want, what you mean, got that cannon, platinum, special beat, got one piece, I'm that ace, I bring that heat, got that goal I keep, yeah, I'm in the range, I got reef, yeah, bump in the truck on my speakers, yeah, got on my chain, curve peak, yeah, none of your styles be here, all of my styles be different, yeah, tell them the sky's the limit, I go berserk, I'm not Griffin, I go back to shit, stuntin' is a habit, yeah, I'm not savage, 32 like magic, yeah, 3 times I had trick, I might pull a rabbit, yeah, she a bad bitch, took your girl, that's tragic, run up a check, I'm with the gang, run with the set, see ya, I get them pop, give me the 10, I go psycho, I'm that mob, 100%, told me pull up, tell the boy bet, tell the boy bet,
yeah.